People, nothing in life is free. Absolutely nothing in life is free. And based upon my demographics here I'm looking at, most of y'all have been on this earth long enough to know that. But whenever you acquire something, whenever you buy something, whenever something happens to you, somebody had to pay for it. Somebody. It could be time, it could be money, it could be attention. You're spending some kind of resource to acquire something else. And this encounter taught me that. And yes, I know, we just seen Fisk, and it was also rainy. Some deja vu type energy. I noticed that. Okay, I noticed that. I looked back at my clips, and I said, I just played on Fisk. And I'm playing on Fisk right now. Damn. I don't want to give y'all two encounters on the same map back to back like that. I gotta mix it up a little bit. So I suited up, obviously, and I put on my Lone Wolf on loadout, aka a shit ton of transmitters and a shit ton of bear traps, because we all know the game changes modes, it changes mentalities when you turn on teams. Kill or be killed. Think about it. No one comes onto this game and turns on teams and says, let's loot the entire map. Nigga, no. They say, let's wipe the entire map. And this is why I bring out transmitters and bear traps. But there are times when you yourself can be the hunter. To me, folks, there's nothing more satisfying than breaking apart a team. Seeing the panic, seeing the disrupt that happens between a player and their friend. But that's only when I turn on Lone Wolf teams. Or Lone Wolf on, I should say. That's the only when that happens. You know. And as far as that dude who was at the detector, literally a shot in the dark, okay? Literally. I'm not going to sit there and say, I saw him. No. I'm going to say that he used a detector, and I didn't see anyone standing in front of it. So I was like, he might be prone. Nothing fails but a try, so I tried. Yeah. And yes, I decided to take out a bugle instead of the, or not take out, take the bugle instead of the AUR. I sure did. And you notice, I'm slowing down a little bit. Why is that? Well, the jammer. But when I hear no one's around, my gun is still out. It's I'm like they might be up here. Well, they're not. but someone does hit a phone, and it is low-key nearby. So I'm gonna do some bad things to the airdrop. I hear somebody. Listen. They are in that direction right there. Unless that's the comm station, which I don't think it is, I clearly hear somebody crawling in some grass. And correct me if I'm wrong, but there is grass to the left of that house. Somebody's back there, and they know I'm in that house. Or at least they knew I was in that house. But then I spot this. There's a guy right there. And I'm like, ooh, this might be a short video. But I look at the exit, and I look at what I have. If I shoot and kill that man, I'm a threat. Woohoo, cool, yeah, fucking red skull and crossbones symbol, cool, alright? How am I going to escape? There's a guy behind me, and this man has a buddy. I'll be trying to fend off two different people, and there's no way for me to escape out the front. So I decided to hold my fire. Yeah, I know. It would have been flashy as hell to get all that, to become a threat this early in the match, but you also gotta think about the future, people. Way too many players, as soon as they see somebody, they're mag dumping. I mean, 300 meters, 200 meters out, mag dump. Bugle, AUR, ADR, hell, even a pistol, just pew, 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 just trying to throw enough shit at the wall, and some of it is going to stick. That is the mentality of like 80% of the player base, but they do not think about the future. And let's not forget, this is teams. So like I said, I could be getting hunted down by one person and a separate person, maybe from a team that I severed, aka that one dude at a detector. The guy that I heard crawling might be his friend. We don't know. The good and the bad news about the situation is, if I were to shoot them, yeah, slow visibility. It sure is, but that also means that I can't see them. Now, I went prone out there to check my map, because I was thinking, since I left the comm station house, maybe the guy that I heard outside went inside to try to find me. When he didn't find me, he found a comm station not on cooldown, so he used it and moved the airdrop to him. No, he didn't. Someone else moved the airdrop. Where they are? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But what I am going to do, come up here. Oh. Comm station's on permanent cooldown. Alright, cool. So, here comes the airdrop. Folks, let me just take a minute to say something here. I understand that most people who play this game are aggressive as hell. They will stim charge, caffeine, run you down, gun you down.
The plane is coming. Prepare to fight for the airdrop.
Stim charge, caffeine, run you down, gun you down. There goes your entire match. Now that's in teams. In solos, you might get a bit of respite. Not a lot, but you might. If you're new here, let me tell you something. I play this game a little bit differently, in case you didn't notice just now. I think. Okay? I'm not the absolute greatest at one-on-one gunfights. I'm really not. Actually, that's when I'm underneath the most pressure, the most anxiety, if you will. And that's kind of crazy considering how I play in shootouts. But the thing is, shootouts are designed for it to be aggressive. Right? You get to respawn. That's the entire damn point. But in encounters, it's way easier. Here's my philosophy. It is way easier to kill someone when they don't know you're there. Now, to many people, when they hear that sentence, they think, oh, this guy sits in bushes all the damn match. No, I don't. I despise those people, to be honest with you. I honestly do. They are like the people that bid $1 on The Price is Right and get the prize. I can't stand you motherfuckers, honestly. I really can't. How I play the game is, I gotta watch you from afar, see how you walk, see how you loot. And one time, you're gonna mess up. And I'm gonna study you well enough to know when you're gonna mess up. And that's gonna be your game. This is why the M82 and I work so well together. Before the M82, there's a VSS. You know, the rifle with or I guess the sniper rifle with the scope and a suppressor. Yeah. Ask anyone who comments on this video. If not, just look back at my top 5 or top Vigor gameplay moments. The VSS and I are very good friends. As a matter of fact, you can go back about a week or a week and a half and look and see I still use a VSS. Not to this day, but I used it recently. And before that, if not during that, was the H-Bar-T. Yes, another rifle with a scope that I could headshot people with. Because, and I said this day one of me playing this game, if the developers make it to where a headshot takes 2 hits, I'm uninstalling the game. It don't matter how good, how bad, what weapon, what skill you have. If you get hit in the head with anything, you're done for. The great equalizer of the entire game. Huh. Tower was hit. Oh yeah, so 2 things happened here. First, you might have heard an ominous boom. I didn't hear it because I was talking. That boom was the missile. So homeboy messed up. Clearly someone else is still here. Clearly. The missile went boom. The tower was hit. Missiles don't go boom by themselves. You know, developers, you could do that. Add a bit of spice and variety to the game. Missiles don't go boom by themselves. And towers don't activate themselves. So clearly someone is here. Well, like I said, their problem is low visibility. The good news is, though, I can hear from miles away. And you see I was looking dead at the ground thinking, is that a person right here? No, it's not. Spoiler alert, homeboy's long gone. Long gone. And you know he's long gone because you hear the tick of the, and I just realized this shit. When you start the match and you, like, wind something up, that's your timer saying, yeah, you have this amount of time before yay old radiation comes and starts to slowly kick your ass every second. Have fun. You're living on borrowed time. Yeah, he knows that as well as I do, if he's still here. You know what I'm saying? But if I happen to get pushed or ambushed, and let's face it, more than likely ambushed, I got a Vigor. And you know what? If you're new here, you're probably like, why does this guy always use an M82 and no secondary? I'm going to tell you why. If you need a secondary with your sniper rifle, you shouldn't be playing rifles. That's just my prerogative. It's my opinion. It's not fact. But you should be good enough with weapon you bring out to acquire any other weapon that you have, or any other weapon that presents itself in the lobby. Essentially, I ride my bicycle with no training wheels. And that's a crazy statement considering how I don't know how to ride a bicycle. But guess what? I drop stick, so deal with it. And yes, you just see me pop a stim charge. Very rare sight. Very rare. That, caffeine, and ports. 3 things I don't use. So we're just going to run over here to this exit. Yes, I know. I get disrupted again? What the fuck? Yes, I know I could run up to the top of the map and to that exit. I know. But the airdrop is there. And didn't we just hear, not too long ago, someone moved the airdrop? Yeah, someone might be up there. They might be. So I'm like, you know what, dog? Screw all that. I'm heading over here. But wait, this exit is always camped. I'll pull out my damn Vigor here and make sure I don't get ambushed. Do I hear crows? Wait.
are a killer. Can you stay alive now when you are a threat?
I'm going to pay for that. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to pay for that. Karma is a big, beautiful bitch. Karma is a big, and when I say big, I mean, have you ever looked up and seen an elephant? That's how big it is. Have you ever walked outside and seen the sun, but it was a little bit closer than usual? And you're like, damn, that bitch big. Yeah, that's how big karma is. So all I'm going to tell you is remember this video. Okay? Yes, it was a threat. Woohoo. Yes, it was a threat in Lone Wolf. Woohoo. Yes, it was 3 M82 kills and 1 Vigor kill. Yes, cool. But remember this encounter, people. Remember it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.